On this episode of Enter the Lab, we do a full breakdown of Week 2. Very exciting week in NFL football. Giants win, Dolphins win 2 weeks in a row. Not sure if that'll ever happen, probably in the next decade. We have a full recap on basically every game, having some fun about what went on in each of them. Talk a little boxing, some news there, some baseball, Judge, PUJOLS chasing records, and also why I'm wearing a cowboy hat, and basically why Travis traveled 500 miles just to watch his team lose and score no points.
Not even lose, just score no points. 0.
But yeah, Travis, Fort and Travis was in the building. So what do you got for us, Fort?
I wish I wouldn't have been in the building because that was probably one of the worst football games I've ever been to in my life. But hey, gotta go out, gotta support. You know, Trav would do the same thing for me. Hey, episode 41. We back, bro. We don't take days off. We don't take weeks off. BR Boys in the building. BR Boys got the Cocojones.
Cocojones.
We got the Cocojones, man.
New bottle, too. Shout out Patrick for the birthday gift.
Hey, cognac. Caviar.
New bottle.
Let's go. Let's go water.
Hold on. Let's see if I can open this up.
Hard Rock.
You know what I mean? The unboxing.
Tootsies. Ray's house.
Oh, look.
Everywhere.
It's so new. It's still in the plastic.
Oh, dang. Look at that. I say take a little sip of it.
BR. Total Wine. Shout out.
Total
BR
Wine.
Boys. Let's get it.
Let's go.
41.
Get
it.
Tyreek. Waddle.
You have now entered the lab with Elvis, Escobar, Fort Salma, episode 41. Howdy. What's going on, brother?
This man said howdy.
I've been a cowboy all weekend.
Oh, my gosh, man. I'm doing great. Victory Monday was amazing, to say the least.
Yeah, two in a row for us. We'll get into NFL breakdowns after week 2. Obviously, we've been living. Your game was a little different than my game, a lot different. Mine was slow. Yours was action-packed second half. But like I said, we'll break that down. We got some some funny interviews and interview video to come for that, and also some little highlights that we'll go about each game for week 2 of the NFL season. But episode 41, we'll obviously break down some football, but. How was your weekend? Obviously, if you've seen, I don't know if you posted, but your partner in crime this weekend, your comrade, drove up to a lot of jokes were said in some group chats. Drove maybe 250 miles or 500 total miles just to get 0 points. But talk about your weekend. Talk to the people.
It was straight. I freaking drove down to JAGS on Saturday. Friday night, I went to the gym with my dog Kenny. That man, bro, like he's some serious dog. Like he's different. He's #built different, and
for real,
it's good to go with him every now and then because when I go to the gym, like I'm just like going not to go, but like obviously like I have my own goals and shit in mind.
It's a different type of go.
But he's actually training for some. So, like, he's got his show coming up in October. So, like, he fucking, like, makes me go, like, if I got something coming up, too.
Is he that guy that got a notebook and a pen writing shit down? How is he?
Not
that vibe.
No. It's funny because we were, after we finished doing, like, all the weight exercises, we're doing, like, push-ups. And he goes... Because he's talking mad shit to me. He's like, bro, how the fuck am I doing more push-ups than you? Like, I'm your dad's age, like, just going in on me. He's like, you're supposed to be killing it right now. And he's like, I wasn't giving you no shit when we were doing weight exercises because that's weights. This is your own body right now, bro. Pick your shit up. I'm like, come on. Like, fuck off. Like, leave me alone. And then, Saturday, drove down to JAGS. chilled. Trav pulled up late as fuck as
Of course.
usual. This man has no concept of arriving early or on time. Like,
What time was it? Like, did you have a set time, or was it like kickoff? He arrived and you had to walk into the stadium.
Well, no. He got there Saturday night, but like, he
Oh,
got there
okay.
Saturday night at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Gotcha.
Like, bro, we got no time to do anything now. We just gonna go straight out. Like, we can't even like pregame or like do anything. Like,
Yeah.
you know, fucking Trav, bro. Fuck Trav.
Trav time.
Yeah. And then, you know, we went out, did our thing. Fucking man couldn't check out on time in the hotel, so I think they charged me the deposit fee. I'm going to send him a Venmo invoice, motherfucker. Just sleep, bro. We drove down, got to the stadium. He was talking mad shit. He was getting mad because they kept saying, Duval.
And last year that was this was a redemption game for them too.
Yep.
Let's save the actual game for when we break it down, but
Yeah.
you could talk about the vibes. Wasn't good vibes for him.
Nah, it was not good vibes for him. He was, by second quarter, he's calling out plays and like, why the fuck don't they do that shit? Like, if they just listen to me, like, they'll win. Blah blah. They did have a lot of players out, so.
Did you guys have that planned?
They looked flat
For a long time?
Yeah, nah, not really for a long time. He was
okay.
like, "Yo, Colts Jags week 2, you bout it?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" Like,
I ain't got shit.
It's only like an hour and a half drive. Tickets were relatively cheap. They weren't expensive, so we had pretty decent seats. I didn't post anything just because I was trying to make sure my phone stayed on during the whole time so I could check my fantasy, which got another dub. But,
Nice.
And then after the game, he's like, "Bro, I need a bar. I need to go to a bar."
Oh, a bar. Ooh, I don't know. I thought that was jug talk.
I mean, he could have used one of those too. So yeah, no. After that, went to the bar, got some pizza later, and then we went our separate ways.
Good times. Yeah, I was expecting you to be a little smoked today, just because I didn't hear from you much all day. So.
I took a nap.
Yeah, I
after
figured.
work. I
figured naps were necessary today. Yeah, got that vibe from you.
Nice little rest day today. I wanted to go to the gym. I almost went, but I was like, nah. Like, we got to do this after. Like, I don't want to rush myself, and I don't really feel like in the mood to rush myself either.
And then it might affect tomorrow's workout. So what's the point?
Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah, just take a little rest day vibe. Cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. My birthday weekend, 33. Shout out everybody who came. Birthday party. Bree did her thing. It was a cowboy theme. I'm like a little kid. If I'm gonna, I don't usually go out or want people to go to VIP and have a bottle service or drink and drive. So it's like, or drink and drive and go out. But if you're responsible, hopefully Uber or Lyft to my house. But good vibes here. We have everything you need. Why would when you have a house that you could provide entertainment and all that good times, why would you even entertain of going out and limiting yourself?
You got a pool.
Got everything. Got
cart.
Games. We got now karaoke machine.
Got a backyard.
Right. Front yard now. Patio's hooked up, so everybody's vibing outside. Yeah, dude, it was a big deal for me. That was I basically unveiled my new front porch patio, which was good, that I've been working on for the last few weeks. But it was good. Yeah, everybody, good food, good vibes. Everybody was here. Golfed earlier in the day with my boys, and then came back here and had a good time. Wearing the cowboy hat all weekend. It makes sense because the Giants now are going into week 3 playing the Cowboys. So I thought it was, I might not wear it all next episode, but if we win next week and we dominate them, I might have to wear it again. So we'll see. Hopefully for episode 42, I'll be rocking it for a good reason. But it was basically a cowboy western theme party, and it was a good time.
You might have Saquon Barkley pulling up with a cowboy hat to the game now this week coming up.
Please.
You might have just inspired your boy.
I love the look on our defensive coordinators. Got the gold chain, got the Cuban link, got the shades. Like he looks like that cool ass dad. You know what I mean? That always supports whatever sports you're playing growing up. If that's not your dad, that's the cool dad on the block. Like he's always the designated QB in the backyard of football. You know what I mean? Like he's slanging that thing.
That's great.
Good vibes. Yeah. So had a great weekend. Tired as fuck. Just cleaned up today. Actually, today was like a cleanup day for me, inside and outside. So got that done. Able to record the pod today. So without further ado, I mean, there's not much going on in the world. We'll talk some random stuff, as we have topics going on in the pod, but break down some week 2 football. Are you ready?
Dolphins, bitch.
We'll save the
They
Giants and
wrote us
Dolphins. They wrote us off.
They didn't believe in us.
They ain't believe in you.
Tua did.
Well, Tua did. Yeah, a lot of.
Cocojones.
We're gonna see on this podcast how many times we can say Cocojones, because that might be the title of this episode. Because, man, Tyreek Hill, monster. He's the Dolphins. I'm going to the Dolphins Bills game next week, week 3 with Vito. He has season tickets, and I'm excited. I am a Dolphins fan when it comes to 1 p.m. next Sunday, or this Sunday, this coming Sunday.
You know
I'm
why?
all in.
You know why? Because you got the Cocojones. You got the Cocojones, bro.
Easily. It's gonna be a good time. 2-0 going into that game. Obviously playing the Bills, who are playing now as we record this on Monday night. We got 2 games going on Monday night. That's great, right? I feel like that should be.
They usually do that like week 1.
They usually do, but I think I know. Without knowing, I think I know why. So Thursday, I'm pretty sure this Super Bowl is on NBC. So I think this Thursday, the first week, Rams-Bills, they made that game be on NBC because it wasn't on Amazon. It's usually on Amazon. So I think what they did was they negotiated, like, all right, NBC, you have the Super Bowl this year. We'll give you Thursday Night Football because it's the biggest ratings of the year, basically. And then I think they saved the Monday night doubleheader for this week. I don't know why. Maybe he was scheduling. Maybe it just made more sense. But I love the 2 games. I feel like they should do that every Monday night. They should have them, not 7 o'clock, then 8:30. They should have it 7 and 9. I think they'd get great ratings on that.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine that.
I
go back to back.
Great ratings regardless. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's ESPN, ABC, so they're double dipping. They're both owned by the same company, so it makes sense. Yeah,
and,
I would maybe not every Monday, but maybe every
most people got
5
like
weeks.
2 TVs now too.
Shit, that's what I got going on right now. It's like it's heaven for me.
And then the TV and like whatever, and you can play both games. Or
you got your phone, iPads.
Yeah, you got a computer. Yeah, and you got the TV. Yeah, so
I think they should do that more often.
Happen.
Maybe this is a test. Maybe it's a test to see if it works, if the ratings are still good, because I think people could pick, 50-50 on what they want to watch on Monday. Not much going on a Monday during these times anyway. So it's right before NBA. They could take advantage of double dipping. Right. But, let's get into some NFL Thursday night game this past on September 15th. Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs won 27-24. The highlights from this was Herbert getting injured with a rib injury, still battling back. He didn't even miss a snap in that game, right?
I think a lot of stuff beat. I think Chase Daniels.
He came and then they handed it off, but he didn't need to. The backup didn't have to do anything. Was it Chase Daniels?
Yeah, Chase
as a backup. Yeah, I remember that for a lot of people talking stuff in that group chat about that game. But Herbert had a great game: 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not much of a running game in that game. A pick 6, which somebody said in the group chat. I think that. He's done 2 or 3 of those till like fourth quarters or something, right?
He's got the most when it's like they're only down by a possession, and it's like prime
that's not good
game too. Like it's not good. It's not good.
I think Matt Stafford had a.
No one talking about it though.
Yeah, Matt Stafford had something like that where he had a lot of pick sixes last year, I think, which it wasn't a good stat, but look where they went. Mike Williams. Big game, 8 receptions, 113 yards, 1 touchdown. On the Chiefs side, Matt Mahomes does his thing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. A little bit of running game from Kansas City, and then there's that one Travis Kelce going up against their the Chargers safety, was it? I forget his name.
Derwin James.
Derwin James. Do you have that queued up as a video just to show the YouTubers? That was a great tackle. Lifted. Kelsey is a 6'5", 250-pound dude going towards the end zone, and he just gets not only stood up, picked up, and put back down. I thought that was one of the highlights of the game. You could cue that up whenever you can, and I'll move on because I'm trying to do rapid fire here. In one of the crazy games, one of three crazy games, Jets-Browns. Jets take this 31-30. They were down. Jets were down 30-17. Here's the play by Travis Kelce. Derwin James WWE body slam.
Nuts.
Yeah, he's running around
the pocket like that.
Jesus.
Bro,
Yeah,
and
that's you don't see that too often, especially from a safety on anybody on a tight end as big as Kelce.
Yeah,
that was big. Play that one more time.
Kelce's not a small dude.
No, not a small dude at all. Now, when he was on that podcast, was that before this or after that?
It was before this, and it's funny because they were talking about his brother getting thrown by a rookie, too. And then,
it happened. Yeah, that was like perfect timing. Yeah, that was awesome.
Poetic justice, bro.
That was huge. That was kind of like the highlight of the game. The other highlight of the game was Herbert getting hurt, ribs, and then coming back and throwing a sniper in that window for a touchdown.
That was so weird to me because the play before, he rolled out the pocket and he could have easily ran for the first down, and he just flicks it and it goes out of bounds or whatever, and then you're like, yo, this dude is in pain, he's hurt. Mm-hmm. It's bad. Next play, just throws a fucking dot 40 yards on a rope,
wild,
right in Buddy's hands.
Yeah.
It's yo, this doesn't make sense.
He's the real deal. So hopefully he's back. Obviously he's got to get it reevaluated and the ribs. So we'll see what the synopsis on that will be. But like I said before, Jets-Browns. Jets take this by 1 point, 31-30. The Jets were down 30-17 with 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. This game was over. The Browns were running out the clock. Well, they should have ran out the clock more properly. Flacco, what is this year? 2012. Flacco's having a great, he had 307 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. The rookie, Jarrett Wilson out of Ohio State, picked 10th overall. 8 catches, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. That game was wild. I'm not sure. Obviously, you're at the game while all these games are going on. But if you've seen anything.
That's only negative about it.
Yeah,
I saw him beefing with the kid, though, after he scored a touchdown. The receiver that you're talking about, he got up in the kid's face and he's just talking shit. That was funny. And then at the end, bro, Robert Saleh, bro, he's a heck of a coach.
Got them receipts, right? He put a target on his back by, if you guys don't know, he had a conference where he said he's saving all these receipts from these reporters clowning them, and he put a target on not only his back but also his team's back, where it's they had to come out and do their thing, and they were down, and they came back. So that gives this win even more. Man, I'm a fan. As a Giants fan, I don't hate on the Jets, but the fact that team came back like that and he led them back was amazing. Stephon Diggs, is that 3 touchdowns?
What, he scored again?
Yeah, he scored again just now.
Hurts just scored too.
Jesus, see, this is why NFL on Monday is great. They got to do 2 games They should do this a couple times before the NBA season starts if they're smart. Try to get as many games as primetime. Think about it. Everybody's going to be sitting here bored on a Monday night watching these games. It's crazy. And like you said, most people have 2 TVs. They're going to watch it. They're going to figure out a way to watch both games.
For real.
Yeah. Anything left on that game? Like I said, I'm going to read through these rapid fire. Next game, Lions 36, Washington Commandos. I hate that fucking name. 27.
So bad.
Hutchinson, the rookie out of Michigan, 3 sacks. I think that's a rookie record. That wide receiver, St. Brown, he is amazing, huh? He's amazing.
St. Brown. Yeah, he's
last year, 17 games played, 90 catches, 912 yards. already this year, 180 yards. In this game, he had 2 carries, 68 yards, and then he had 9 catches for 116, 2 touchdowns. He's phenomenal. I root for him. I like him. Obviously, watching Hard Knocks, and then his brother's in Chicago. Great story.
They got a pretty firepower offense. The Lions.
Yeah, they're
as long
fun.
as Goff just like manages the game, which isn't out of the realm for him because he did take a team to a Super Bowl doing exactly that. So it is what it is. But they also got Jameson Williams, the rookie receiver that's hurt right now from Alabama. So he's nasty. And, you put him alongside Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you got Swift and Jamal Williams, and you got the tight end, what's his name?
Hawkinson, yeah.
Hawkinson. Hey, look, the Lions can make some noise. And it's going to be fun to see because they haven't been good in my life.
Yeah, they haven't either. Yeah, obviously Megatron, and even in those years, they were still they were uphill battle. The way I look at their team is obviously watching Hard Knocks helps to know their team a little bit more, but it looks like all the coaching staff, most of the coaching staff are former players. They have the respect from the current players. They seem motivated, they seem competitive, and then they got a great mix of young talent, up and coming. And then Jared Goff is a guy that he's always playing with a chip on his shoulder because he's been doubted. He was given a lot of money with the Rams, but still he goes to Detroit to go to the projects, sent to the wall basically his whole life. So he's gonna want to prove himself, and that's a team I'm definitely rooting for.
100%.
Yeah. Next game, Bucks Saints. This was a slobber knocker, as they would say. This game was 3-3 going into the fourth quarter. Not much on the red zone. Tough battle. Great rivalry. I think coming into this, Brady with the Bucks was 0-4 against New Orleans. Bucks wind up coming out of this 20-10, but then there was a fight where we found out today Mike Evans got suspended. There was a quote saying that he said to the referee, "What am I supposed to do? That's Tom Brady because
fucking Tom Brady."
Yeah, he's gotten suspended for going at what's his name, Lattimore, the cornerback, and he's physical. He shoved him, got thrown out of the game. Yeah, we're playing this right now on YouTube. Yeah,
he's
tough play.
Looked like though. That's the second time.
Yeah, looked like pass interference. Looked like pass interference on the play. Push out of bounds, and that was when it was still 3-3 with 12 minutes to go. It was a tight game. Anybody's game right there. Both teams were 1-0.
Getting into it.
Yeah, Fournette gets pushed. Mike Evans comes out of nowhere. Yeah, Lattimore's arguing with the coaching staff, with the sidelines. So that was Mike Evans did exactly what I think he should do. Somebody had to do it.
Fournette too. Fournette still wearing his LSU pads.
Yeah, I see that with the purple and gold. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a great rivalry game. And next game will be this game was in New Orleans. Next game will be in Tampa, and that will be
Bob push the shit out of him.
Let's see when that game is, because if that's a game that they could get flexed, that's on December 5th on ESPN, Monday night. That's perfect. There you go. Monday Night Football on December 5th, NFL, that's perfect, for ratings. But Tom Brady didn't play great, 190 yards, 1 touchdown. They're figuring it out. Hey, wins are wins, as we've learned. With the Giants, a dub, you worry about your mistakes and how you can improve after. You take the wins. Anything last on that game?
Nah, Jameis Winston, man. I don't know how this dude is playing with 4 broken fractures or whatever in his back. Like, come on.
Pain
Pain all over.
Pain all over. Yeah, I see it on Twitter. Oh, wow.
He almost had another one, dog.
Yeah. Dude, there was a tweet yesterday that Jameis Winston is unintentionally the funniest human ever. Like, dog, his workout videos where he's getting hit while he's running and he's got the hand up. Dude, it is just you could tell he doesn't try to be funny. He's not trying, like, he's not directly trying to be ha funny. He just does things that are just so awkward. He's the man. I love Jameis Winston. I wish him all the best.
Jabu.
Shout out, I ate at the same restaurant in Panama
Oh,
City as
yeah.
him, so I feel like we're on that level. He's a millionaire.
guys
I'm
are
not a
connected?
millionaire, but exactly. Somehow we're connected. I probably was one of few customers that recognize him. Next, Patriots Steelers. Patriots take this 17-14. This was a game. I'm not sure if you betted on or you seen some bets. A lot of people text me about this game, or I seen on social media where Steelers were giving, I think, 4 or something like that, and a lot of people were trying to jump on this game because it was such close odds. But
Yeah, I saw like +3 Steelers +3 or plus
Okay.
2.5 a lot.
I seen as early as 4 when I was
My parlay
I don't
was
bet,
cooked off
but-
the second quarter, so
yeah.
yeah, shit.
Some highlights about this. Mac Jones obviously had a bad game week 1, had a better game, but not totally for week 2. Got the win, so at the end of the day, you take that. Aguilar, 6 catches, 110 yards, 1 touchdown, and a lot of people are trying to get rid of Mitch Trubisky. They're trying to get in the rookie. What do you think about that? Trying to shake things up. I know Kenny Pickett is on the bench and he's the rookie, but you don't want to pull that trigger too early. In my opinion, I've seen people like franchises pull that trigger in week 3 and 4, and then all of a sudden they have to go back to the original one after they fail. So it's like you got to ride that out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, we know what we're gonna get from Mitch Trubisky. It's not a surprise. Like, we know what kind of quarterback he is. So if we as fans know, if we as dudes that watch these games know, I'm sure the coaches knew what they were gonna get from him. And also, T.J. Watt is out. Like, he didn't play. So
He's the fucking backbone of
3
that
points,
defense.
He changes that game. That
Oh.
3 points. Mac Jones
Easily.
is on his ass the whole game. T.J. Watt is playing.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
you know that you can't really like. Yo, Hurts is a fucking problem. You can't. You can't really
He's a
like
beast.
fault. You can't really fault him. And like what you said, like you take him out, you put Pickett in. Pickett struggles. Then what do? You go back to.
You go back and
Trubisky,
that looks bad
and
as a
then you
franchise.
bad as a franchise, and then you kill all of Pickett's confidence. It's what happened with Tua and Fitzpatrick the last 2 years, and Brissett and shit. Like, so
I've seen
you
it
know,
with the Giants as well.
we fucking gave the Packers and Brett Favre a bunch of shit for, not retiring and letting Aaron Rodgers get in, and then Rodgers finally gets in like 3-4 years later, and look where Rodgers is at now. So that's an extreme, but bro, sometimes these rookies need to sit down and just observe and learn the game, because
it's good, man. You only get one time. You're only gonna get if you're really
only get one
as good
debut.
as you. Yep. If you're really as good as you should be or you will become, you're only gonna get one time to sit down. You might as well use it. As we're saying this, the Buffalo Bills pick 6, 40-yard return on defense. Bills are up 41-7. They're really fucking good. And I said this on a couple podcast episodes that we had. I predicted them to be in the Super Bowl last year. I took them again. Obviously, not a fucking hot take at all. Not claiming that, but they look fucking good. Defense, offense, they're fucking real deal. And I know,
legit.
Obviously, as a Dolphin fan, but hey, guess what? We're gonna get some. Let's bring you a dub next week. I'm gonna bring you a dub next week. All right.
Give it to me.
I got us.
I want it.
Next game, you were in attendance, so you could speak more about this. I'll just give you the quick stats. Jags Colts 24-0. 0 fucking points. Jonathan Taylor, I have him in 2 of my fantasy leagues, a no-show. 9 carries, 54 yards, no touchdowns. 1 catch for 9 yards. Matt Ryan, no touchdowns, 3 picks. Jaguars, Lawrence, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Surprisingly, on fantasy, James Robinson's doing better than predicted. 64 yards, 1 touchdown.
He scored,
and then,
yeah.
Christian Kirk,
My
the big
dog.
free agent that they got,
My
2
dog,
touchdowns,
Christian
78
Kirk.
yards. Talk about the vibes. Talk about your experience going to that game.
So I lived in Jacksonville for 3 years. That was the first ever Jags game I went to, and I don't live there anymore.
Oh, was the
other game
first? I thought you went to a game before.
No, I went to Packers Saints last year.
That's
Packers
okay.
got blown out. Yeah.
Okay.
But
You go to a lot of blowouts, huh?
yeah. Oh, I just saw this pick 6. But no, bro, like, stadium was packed. Jags fans showed out. It was their home opener. It was cool to see, like they were chanting Duval, like they flew the planes over, they had the 100-yard flag, national anthem, all that kind of shit. There was a lot of Colts fans. Not gonna lie, a lot of Colts fans, but the Colts just kind of came out flat. Like they started playing Hines more than Jonathan Taylor at the beginning of the game, so that probably like threw off his rhythm a little bit. I'm not sure why they did that. I'm not a play caller, so they were just super conservative. Jags, man, that front line is pretty nasty. They got that first overall pick. I don't know his name, and then they got Josh Allen. Shout out. He pulls up to the Verizon store I managed. Shout out. He's a beast. Sure. He's a beast. And, I mean, granted, fucking Colts had Darius Leonard. Well, sorry, Shaquille Leonard out. And they had Pittman Jr. out, so Matt Ryan didn't have many weapons to throw to, and the defense was missing their captain. So,
yeah, no excuse though. That's a god awful game.
No excuse.
You know?
That was. It started raining a little bit in the fourth quarter, and like I have no rooting interest. You know, I'm supporting Trav, so I got a Shaquille Leonard jersey on. So you know, there was no roast, no ill will or bad antics towards us. So that was a positive. But Trav, poor Trav. He was hurting. He was hurting.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. Where it's like I feel for him because he's a good dude. You know, I like Trav. Nothing but good vibes every time we connect. But he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve all that. You know what I mean? No. I remember bringing this up. I'm not sure if I brought this up on this podcast, but I brought it up to you. Where I remember when Jonathan Taylor was his rookie, and we were in the lab and showed me highlights of him, and I got behind him. I was like, all right, bet. And then, you know, it's been uphill. It's been a battle. Like, obviously, getting Matt Ryan, you think you could get a guy that is at the tail end of his career, but he could also manage a game. He could bring that extra, you know, experience and that, you know, fourth quarter. But
that's the worst spot to be in football, though, as a team. Like, you know, where they're at, it just sucks because they lose Andrew Luck, which is just like a killer. Like they're still very hurt about that. Trav, like that's his little button. Like you say something about Andrew Luck and he's gonna go off. You know, and then they go from Luck to I don't even know who. They had Phillip Rivers, they had Carson Wentz.
Brissett.
Yeah, they had Brissett. They got Matt Ryan. It's like you're not good enough to make the playoffs, which I think they made the playoffs pretty recently though. But you're not bad enough to get like a top 5 pick. Which you can do at a quarterback. And this year,
I call it the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets before Jokic has always been in that between Carmelo Anthony and Jokic. They were always in that not making the playoffs, but not being a top pick. And it was just like, that's the worst place to be. I agree.
Yeah, it really is. So, I mean, and this year they don't really have a good quarterback to tank for. So it's like, Trav. But
no
always
good.
Fuck Trav. Cheese FaceTimed us in the car. He's like, Trav, you fucking idiot. You stupid fucking idiot.
I will say, Trav, I have him in one group chat, and Trav definitely has taken it on the chin very well. He's better than I would take it. So he could dish it, and he could take it. So shout out, Trav. Next game, Rams. Speaking of fuck Trav, fuck Dom.
Fuck Dom.
Rams 31.
Almost blew it.
Falcons 27. Not much to say on this as a fantasy. I got to figure out what Henderson and Akers are doing. In one of my leagues, I drafted Akers and didn't draft Henderson. The other one, I learned my lesson and I drafted Henderson after, so I at least have 2 to play on that. Yeah, they Rams quote-unquote dominated the game until they gave up 17 points in the fourth. Mariota's having a good game. Their wide receiver London's having a good game, and then Booper Bupp obviously is doing his thing.
That's all I have to say about that. Booper Bupp, Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
Dude, it was nuts.
Shout out the Whites. Shout out the Whites. You know, you gotta claim your own sometimes in football. And it's like if it's a non quarterback, man, Whites stand up. Shit.
That guy is just unreal. Like I got him in one of my fantasy leagues. He dropped to like 8th. So I had to scoop him up. This man just like catches a touchdown every game. Like if you want like sure money, just bet Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown.
Yep.
If you want to be like a nut like I am, just bet Cooper Kupp first touchdown, either of the game or Rams. Like, fuck it, because he's they're on the 1 yard line and they're throwing little like out routes to him or slant routes to him. It's like they're not running the ball.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
It's crazy their offense, what they could do with. They have so many weapons, so they'll continue to dominate, and no excuse for Obviously, they lost in week 1 against a better team in the Bills, but they bounced back quickly. 49ers 27, Seahawks 7. Jimmy G comes in for Lance that got injured. One thing I have to say about this is I was watching Red Zone and I was hungover as fuck from my weekend and I was barely surviving. I took an hour nap and I needed it from, what did I take it? From 2 to 3 I took a nap. But I only told one other person this, so now I'm telling a bunch of other people this. In the first quarter when I was watching Trey Lance play, don't ask me why, because there's no reason why. I said, why do I feel like he could blow out his knee at any fucking play? And I'm telling you, and there was nothing that happened in the game that let me know. I was just watching him on Red Zone, and I go, why do I have this feeling he could blow out his knee? And then literally they played they played other games, and they had some highlights, and then they come back to him on that play and go, that's crazy. I said that during the first quarter. I said it, and it happened in the first quarter. I was like, that's insane. I just felt it for some reason. I just was like, I don't know why. He seems so fragile. So I don't know what that is, but.
Hey, look, it's an unfortunate situation because, he's a young quarterback. Mm-hmm. That team has rallied around him. Like, the coach has too. Like, they picked him to be their starter over a vet. So, obviously, they see something from him. But I don't see it. They kept Jimmy G for a reason, too. And good thing they did because, I don't ever root for injuries. It's sad. It's
they look cool. Really smart.
It's bad for the league, but Jimmy G's about to get paid because he has something in his contract that if he plays more than 25% of snaps, offensive snaps, he gets $250K. If they win, he gets another $100K. So he's got something.
Jimmy G will earn Jimmy G will earn $250K for every game where he plays more than 25% of the offensive snaps.
Every game now.
Now it will plus another $100K if the 49ers win the game. They win 10 games, that's $1 million. So, and that's on top of his contract. So it's like incentives.
Yep. Yeah, whoever his agent is did a good job on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they probably obviously hit out on Trey Lance. They were like, "Yo."
Obviously, when they signed the deal, they knew most likely he wouldn't play most of the season. They didn't think he's going to play the next 16 games. They probably thought. Yeah, they probably thought
Jimmy, come back here. We got to renegotiate this.
Yeah, like, best case scenario, they probably figured he'd play half the season or a quarter of the season, right? So, hey, sometimes things work out that way. Next game, Cowboys Bengals. I was mad at this as a Giants fan because Dak Prescott doesn't play and Cooper Rush plays, and hoping the Dallas Cowboys could be 0-2 going into our week game, and Cooper Rush showed up like he did the last season. Sucks. Bengals get sacked a bunch of times. Burrow's getting sacked. Bad offensive line.
I thought they fixed that. I told Trav this. I was like, I thought they fixed that O-line. Like, what happened?
Yeah, I'm looking now. The Cowboys tight end dealing with a PCL issue in their right knee. I have him in one of my fantasy leagues.
Schultz.
It looks like he's going to be out. So the Cowboys are going into the week 3 against the Giants. There's a time, and I'll say it. There's a world that we may live in where the Giants could be 4-0 because after the Cowboys we play. Who do we play? The Bears? No, we play. Yeah, we play the Bears. So it's like, and then we play the Packers, obviously, and then the Ravens. But there's a world that we live in that the Giants could be really good. So Cowboys couldn't Bengals couldn't finish this off. Next game, boring. Not even going into details. Broncos 16, Texans 9, Bears, Packers. Kind of not a boring game, but whatever. Packers take care of business. Rodgers beat the Bears again, 27-10. And then one of the last games, Arizona Raiders, wild game. Raiders led this game 20-0, 8 minutes and 24 seconds into the with left in the third quarter. Murray with that long ass 2-point conversion. He ran like 80 something. He ran 80 something yards in total. Renfro with 2 fumbles. Carr had a great game. Any thoughts on this game? Kyler Murray gets slapped by a fan, and I watched the video. By the way, it was an accident. It was an accident. It wasn't even the guy that he accused. So it was. Everybody was like, yeah, and this dude, Arizona Cardinal fan, happened just to go like this. He didn't see who it was. He thought it was I'm going to say racially things because it's what happened to be. The dude that smacked him was black. The guy that was behind him that Murray thought slapped him was white. Not saying it has to do as a factor, but it's just the facts. Basically, it was an unintentional, like, when you go to hug somebody and you slap him in the face.
In the middle. He doesn't know who to blame.
He didn't know. Yeah. And then, so I watched the video. No, it wasn't. It's funny because the reports coming out, like, allegations of somebody smacked him in the face and he's not hurt. So it's like, guys, watch the video one time and you could realize it was a mistake. It was like a total accident. So nothing comes out of that. Let's break down our games, though. You break down Dolphins, Ravens. You say what you have to do. I have nothing to say about it. You do you.
Unfortunately, I missed this game. I caught some of the highlights because I was being a good friend and I was at a fucking Jags Colts game. It's not happening again. The Dolphins are good like they are. Fucking great. It's 28-7. I'm hurting.
Cocojones.
I'm like, yo, this is bad. Like, this is what happens every time we play this fucking team. They have our number. They've had our number for the last, like, decade, except last season we beat them. But that was, like, odd game. I betted against us last game.
Oh, shit.
I took the Ravens last year.
Goddamn.
But man,
you ain't had the
cocojones. No, I didn't have the cocojones. No. But bro, Mike Gesicki, just don't do the gritty ever again, please. You can't even call that the gritty.
Oh yeah, what was that?
That was, I don't know. And just bro, like, talk about like being down and just coming back. Because look, you down 28-7. That's tough to come back. Like, it was I think teams are 0-711 when trailing by 21 in the fourth quarter. Like,
what's the stat again? Say it again.
Like, trailing 21 points in the fourth quarter. Teams are 0-711.
That sounds crazy. I know.
It does sound crazy. Yeah. It's fucking nuts. That's exactly what it is. But hey, look, Tyreek Hill. I was doing the waddle all day, bro. Like, I'm still doing that shit. Like, that shit is so fire. They both did their thing, man. Like, I was just so hype. Like, I told Trav, I'm like, yo, if we tie this game or if we take the lead, like, I'm going to go crazy. And sure enough, Waddle caught the fucking game winner. And I went nuts in the fucking car, screaming. Trav was looking at me like I'm fucking wild, which, you know, at the end of the day, I am, but...
What a catch!
Hey! Hit that shit!
What a catch!
He said he's going back to the lab.
And you had Dan Harlan on the call, too?
Man, I FaceTime my boy Benson. Shout out Benson. He's a Ravens fan. He was quiet, but, you know, respect to him, he answered. He was just looking at me on FaceTime like this. He was hurt. He was hurt. But, bro, for some reason, like, I had to finish watching the game because, like, just like you said last week, like, I can't even get my hopes up because Lamar could just fucking take off.
100%.
Or he could just bomb it like he was doing the whole game. I'm not excited about how our defense played, but, you know, it's the Ravens. Like, you got to fucking game plan for someone that you don't ever see because Lamar is just different. And, you know, next week, this was a huge test for us. Going on the road, you know, just how we played Tyreek, Waddle. Like, they both had, like, 150 plus and 2 TDs and, like, more than 10 catches. Like, they were 2 receiving leaders in the league. But next week, man, at home, Baltimore.
Bring those cocojones.
Bring them cocojones, show out, and just, you know.
Let's play that video.
I'm hype. I'm mad hype. It's gonna be fun to watch. It's a good season. I can't wait. I know we play Packers on Christmas. I think I'm gonna go to that.
Coach McDaniel's gonna need a wheelbarrow.
Coach McDaniel's gonna need a wheelbarrow.
After the season. To tote his money, his boatload of money, and also his cocojones. Not only is Coach McDaniel's gonna need a wheelbarrow after the season. To tote his money, his boatload of money, and also his cocojones.
I like how he puts his head. I like how he puts his head down immediately. He knows.
He knows.
His money, his boatload of money, and also his cocojones. Not only is Coach McDaniel's
He knew that would be a quote, and he goes, "Yo, I'm about to die for this."
He definitely knew, because he looks away. He's like, I'm gonna say it. Like, should I say it?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, he did.
Fuck it.
He thought
Fuck
about that. Premeditated for sure.
He's like, I'll either make Coach McDaniel or Tua pay that shit if I get fined. Fuck it. I just balled out.
God. Yeah, I just balled out.
I just balled out. Like,
What a game he had, huh?
Bro. Man, bro, like, oh, fuck. Shout out Vito, still buzzing off the Apple Watch.
Shout out. Yeah, that was a great game. Rooting for you guys. Like I said earlier in the episode, I will be attending in Hard Rock. Is it called Hard Rock at this point still? Did they say
it's
that?
the Hard
Okay,
Rock.
cool. Vito got season tickets. I'll be there in the flesh, pre-gaming with the homies, whoever's there. Be a fun time. I'm excited. Obviously, I got he had like 8 tickets throughout the season. I think my first choice at a game was going to be during the Steelers. I think it was Steelers Dolphins, but I got this game to pick, and I'm glad I did early in the season. Get excited for it. So I will be, we'll have some FaceTimes. Maybe we'll go live. I don't know. Maybe we'll get crazy. Maybe we get crazy on a Sunday. Next Sunday. So Giants game, less interesting. I'll just be honest. Daniel Jones managing the game, not fucking it up. Our defense is basically our claim to fame. 16 points. We win 19-16. We go 2-0. We control McCaffrey. We control Mayfield, which isn't that fucking hard to do these days. But great game. Our wide receiving core is god-awful. Right now, our leading receiver in catches is Richie James.
Who?
Exactly. He's from Mid-Tennessee College. He played 3 years on the 49ers. No more than 394 yards in a season. He's just a 5'9" dude working hard, getting plays, and wide receivers are awful. Nobody. Galladay we're paying. He had 4. He was in for I think 2 plays. Galladay. He basically didn't play. He cleared out his locker after the game. Didn't want to talk to the media. So it looks like either we're gonna waive him and try to save some money long term, or we're gonna try to figure that out. But we have no receivers, and it's a shame because we have a better offensive line, quote unquote, this year as a Giant for Daniel Jones, which he still doesn't seem comfortable in front of or in back of. But and then we have no receivers, so it's like we have not equipped Daniel Jones for 3 years the way we should have. So 2-0.
Tony is not who.
Tony, no, and it's not even Tony's fault. 2 receptions, no yards,
0 yards,
3 targets. He has on the year. He probably has 5 targets on the entire. He has 3 targets on the whole year. It's not his fault. Not his fault at all. They're doing something. Something's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. We'll figure it out. But long story short, we're going into week 3, 2-0, playing the Cowboys Monday Night Football. So I'm glad we're on Monday night, so I could go to the Dolphins, root for them, have fun with that, and then the next day while we record, maybe, we might have to record a little earlier, a little later. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
That would be a game that I don't want to, like, you know what I mean?
You need to be locked in for that.
Locked in. Sure. So we'll figure it out. It's next week. Not a big deal. That wraps up football. Any last thoughts?
No. Go Fins. Fins up.
Yep.
Shout out
Who do you guys got next week? Bills. You got next week. Yep. And no, I was trying to think
Bills.
also. I had
Bring
2
on the
thoughts in my head.
Bills.
two thoughts. I was like, who do you got next week? And then I was thinking who was on Thursday night, which is Steelers Browns, which is obviously division game. So that'll be
like
interesting. Cleveland is at this point giving 5.
That's what they get. Like they get that loss against the Jets because like they're over here talking about like, oh, happy endings aren't illegal. They got fucking jerseys that say rubbing and tugging. Like, bro, come on.
No,
I
mean, hey, have
like,
you met anybody from Ohio? They're not good people.
It's like,
Let's be
you know,
honest.
I get it. Like, that's your quarterback. You want to support him. But, like, at the same time, it's also, like, you know, women that were...
Fort. Have you met
Allegedly.
people from Ohio? You do know people from Ohio. You need a couple. You know the couple I do. They're not good human beings. They're not looked at. Ohio, by the way, for people that don't know, Ohio has produced the most presidents of all time. Little known fact. But guess what? Hundreds of years ago, it has the well is toxic at this point in Ohio. So it's expected. They're celebrating a rapist. I'm just kidding. Whatever. Bad for the Colts. They have to face the Chiefs.
They got the Cocojones.
Yeah, there's Cocojones gonna be shoved in their butt. Jets Bengals
doing well.
Yeah, that's Jets Bengals next week. Just trying to see some games that stick out to me. Packers Bucks, 49ers Broncos. Yeah.
Packers Bucks. That's a good one. It's a good one.
All right, moving on. This past weekend we had at the end of my birthday, me and my boy Chris, we watched CANELO beat Triple G. I don't know if you've seen any highlights. 12 rounds. This was the first fight was the best fight. Second fight was and then third one was like it's a shame that boxing it really is. UFC is really shitting on boxing.
Are they just doing it? Are these two just doing it for money at this point? Like
yeah, because there's nobody else to fight. There's no money grabs in boxing. We won't spend too much time. It was 12 rounds. CANELO dominated the fight. Nobody went down. I don't think. At least we were watching and doing other things. We were attentive to, for the most part, and no knockdowns. It was whatever. Anyway, Fury Joshua, December 3rd. Another fight that can be really good or really fucking boring. We'll see though, because Fury I don't think has fought Joshua, and this was something that was supposed to happen a few years ago. But then what's his name beat him? What's that Mexican that beat Joshua? Remember, he dogged him.
Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, he was gonna. If Joshua won that fight, he was gonna fight Fury, but then he lost. So it was like, we can't fight you. Like you just got knocked out by a nobody. So that'll be interesting. December 3rd. And then in that realm, kinda, and not also, but Logan Paul is gonna fight Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel wrestling. Not boxing. Yeah, that'll be interesting. It's a good money grab. Crown Jewel, for people that don't know wrestling or anything like that, but it's in Saudi Arabia usually, or what it's been. And that's just Saudi Arabia. They have a lot of money, so, it is what it is. When they go there, they like to have these very marketable fights. They usually have, like, The Undertaker come back, Triple H, Goldberg, and all these people. So this is a good notoriety fight. Logan Paul's had 3 matches in WWE. Roman Reigns is the GOAT, the best. He's awesome. He's my spirit animal.
Guy.
So, yeah, that's my guy. So, it'll be interesting to watch that. But in baseball, Aaron Judge hits 58 and 59 home run. He's 60s Babe Ruth's record. Babe Ruth's record was for basically 70 years and cherished until Roger Maris beat it and got 61. Then the steroid era took over, and all of a sudden, boom, Sammy Sosa beat it twice. Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds. But
Bonds hit like 70-some.
73. So at this point, Aaron Judge, people are saying it now. Aaron Judge, he's going to win the Triple Crown. He's on pace to win the Triple Crown. Triple Crown's basically batting average, home runs, and RBIs. He's only like 1 or 2 points away from the batting average. He has both of the other categories tied up. So people are saying, and not people that don't mean anything, like writers in the media and stuff, that if he gets a triple, right now it might be one of the best seasons of all time for an offensive hitter, batter.
Easily.
Because it's outside of steroids. It's averages are down. Dude, baseball offense is down this year. Way more. I think it's the least amount of offense this season than like in the last 50 or 60 seasons. It's way down. So the fact that this one human being is doing this much damage in the league throughout the year, he's missed like 4 or 5 games. So he's playing, he's healthy. 59 home runs. He's got 2 more to tie the record of the AL and Roger Maris for the Yankees, and 3 more to beat the record. I think he's on pace for 65, 66. So shout out Aaron Judge.
Yeah, shout out. He's doing his thing this year.
Also, Pujols, 698. He's almost at 700. Let's see if he can finish his. He's
like 50 years old.
My man's like 42, and he's got basically 20. I think he's got like 20 home runs this season. That's pretty fucking good.
I saw that. He had like,
you know what I mean? Like,
20, yeah.
For being, I don't want to get it exact real quick, but like for him to, I thought he should have retired 3 years ago. I'll be honest. He was on the Angels. Before that, after that he went to the Dodgers. I thought he should have retired, but he's doing his thing. I'm trying to pull it up. Let's see. He is 42 years old, and this season he's got 19 home runs in 97 games. That's really fucking good. 97 games. That's 40 games less than the total games his team's played, and he's got 19. Most guys in their prime right now don't have 19 home runs. Pretty impressive by him. That's really all I got on my end for topics. I did have what to watch. Esco's movie review will be back next week. Haven't had time, been traveling, been busy, but we're going to try to go see some movies this week or watch some movies. But the Redeem Team documentary trailer on Netflix is out. It's not. I didn't see a date for it. Redeem Team, basically the team to redeem the Dream Team. Kobe, Dwight Howard, Carmelo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade. That was a fucking team right there.
Yeah. That was probably the best team all time.
That'll be cool to watch, like the behind the scenes, because that was right before social media got big. So there was like video out, but it wasn't like you didn't know what went on behind the scenes. So whatever documentary, whatever video they have is going to be very cool, and it's going to be the first time people see that. I think that would be nice. Anything on your end?
Just UFC over the weekend was kind of lit. I'm gonna show some pictures because there was 2 nasty cuts.
Yeah, so, dude, over here was that his bone or was that a vessel?
So they said it was an artery.
Bro, that was I've never seen
know.
That on a human before.
Yeah, that was kind of nasty. And
wow,
he came back and won. Here you go. This is
RoboCop. Show it. I mean,
RoboCop.
if you have a sensitive stomach and you're a bitch, don't watch YouTube right now. But be a man.
Fucking Gregory
Can you zoom in?
RoboCop. Yeah, I think so.
I don't mind zooming in. That shit's crazy. It might not work. Got to do the opposite.
Yeah, that's weird. Why the fuck is it doing that?
Yep. It's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get the point. There was a real close up of the actual, like somebody took like a before and after of Stitches and before, and I was like, either that's his bone or that's a vessel, and according to you, that's a vessel. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is
oh
him
my
winning,
God,
coming back and getting the dub. And then you got the dog in him. They were fixing.
My God, the Q-tip. I don't care. I could stomach a lot of things, bro. Whenever they put a Q-tip in the cut, I just go. That's the one thing I get kind of weak for. I'm just like, that's too much.
This is it.
That's it. Oh, no. What is that?
Oh, that's nasty, bro. That's
damn
nasty. Like, they did a great job stitching him up, bro. Come on. That one's gross.
That's wild. That's wild,
And
yeah.
then my dog song Yadong. This was pretty nasty too. Took a nasty elbow.
I didn't see that one. Damn.
Right to the freaking This was nasty because they called this fight off like in the fourth round.
Because of the cut, and they didn't call off the other one because of the cut.
He just had way too much blood coming down into his ey, and bro, his eyebrows fucking falling off.
It's like what?
But,
he couldn't continue.
but hey, man, like this is where the UFC is at its best. Like not people getting like cut up like that, but fucking just. Why won't it let me stop sharing? There we go. Just, bro, people like these dudes are just like built different. Like, second time they got the Cocojones, bro, because no average person is getting in an octagon and just going at it for 3 to 5 rounds, 5 minutes each. Like,
they got the Cocojones.
Yeah,
goddamn Cocojones that I don't own. Yeah, I don't even rent out those type of Cocojones.
Yeah, we got a few good events coming up. I'm excited. Mackenzie Dern fights October 1st. That's Bay. So UFC, man, it consumes my life pretty much. I love that shit.
Yeah, boxing really showed their true colors with this fight. Triple G, Canelo. I didn't buy it. I had it. For some reason I clicked a couple buttons and it popped up on the website, so I watched it. But they really proved that you have two of the best of the last 10 years fight in a trilogy, and it wasn't that interesting. It wasn't entertaining, and just proves it again why
boxing is tank right now. It's tank. Like, give me Tank Haney, give me Ryan Garcia. Like,
yeah,
that's what I want to watch. And like, Jake Paul ruined that shit, bro. Like, fuck out of here, bro. You're not a boxer, bro. You're trash. You suck. I'll fight you.
Ooh,
set it up. Give me 8 to 12
else?
weeks training camp. What's good?
Anything else?
I love you. Happy birthday.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up on that end. I wore a cowboy hat this whole episode. I'm proud of that. It's probably the next time I'll wear this hat will probably be. I wanted to find excuses to wear a cowboy hat. That's why I kind of did my birthday theme that way. But the probably next time I wear this will be when I go to Austin, Texas for the F1 races. I will be
definitely got to wear a cowboy hat.
Oh yeah, right. And I feel like the long hair makes it all fits. Everything fits. So
yeah. You look like you belong in the fucking cutscene of like Red Dead Redemption. Like you need.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of things. Yeah, I could say a lot of jokes, but all of them will be racist. So. All right, ended on that. Episode 41. Elvis Escobar. Fort Sama. Enter the lab. Exit the lab. Peace. One.